Where were your? So did your mother and father live with your grandparents also?
Well, my mom did, and my dad did not. So it was my mother and my grandmother and me.
So is it your when you speak of your grandmother, you're speaking of your mother's mother?
Right.
Okay. Where was your father? Were your parents married?
Not at that time, no. He was in North Carolina.
Oh, my father's from BTW. My father's from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah? What part?
Rocky Mountain.
Oh, my dad's from High Point.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be cousins.
Was he in the service?
He was.
Okay. What's your father's name?
I better not say on the thing. But
My father's name is Ernest M. Young.
Ernie Young.
And my father was in the Navy.
My dad was too. But his name's not Ernie.
Yeah. Right. Well, he was in the Navy. And my father was brought up by his grandmother. I think my father's mother, I don't think they had a close relationship. But nevertheless, you remember being with your grandmother and at 5. And your fondest memory is that your grandmother would read the Bible to you?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That says a lot to me about you.
What does it say?
Says that you are, I can't put it quite in words. Let me get it right. Does that say a lot about you to me, or does it, I think that's impressive. That's impressive, maybe I should say, because I believe that a young woman's first, how women interact through the world with men starts from age 4 or 5-year-old young ladies and their relationship with their father.
Okay, I would agree.
5, 6-year-old boys' relationships with their mothers. I happen to have 3 sons. I have a son that is 30, 20. I'm sorry. I'm forever young, so they listen. My youngest is 24, 25. He just turned 25. Nobody's not getting older than that. 25, 26, and 28. I don't care what they say, okay? So, what I'm saying, they're grown. And my 2 youngest sons, we're close. My oldest son, we're close. And I have 2 daughters. Me and my daughters aren't close. But my oldest son, me and his relationship is the strainedness. And he is the one that I watch him struggle in relationships. In all areas he could possibly struggle. I watch him struggle. And I always tell him that he has to get the relationship right with me first. And he may be angry with me. I don't know. But I know that my sons love me. But he still has this struggle. My son wanted to do his own thing. So he sometimes went to the University of Corrections. Okay? It's a college. Special people go. It's a college. But nevertheless, he learned a lot. And my son is doing wonderful now. But my sons, we are close. And I try not to. I don't want to be one of those mothers that overprotect their sons. I want my sons to be men. Like if I die today or tomorrow, listen. When I tell you I have not bought toilet paper from my house, my son that is 25 and my son that is 26, my son that is 26 has been working at the same job since he's 17. My son that is 25 has been working since he was 16. They started going to the markets and everything at that age because they watched me try to open my own business. They would go to the dollar store, buy soap, toilet paper, and all those things. I haven't done any of that in years. To this day, my son will say, "Ma, really, you just gonna buy a 4-pack roll of toilet paper?" Because I don't really want to carry this shit, you know what I'm saying? But they know how to take care of themselves. They know how to cook. My son does not like the fact that I don't even like going to the market. You know, I don't even know if I should say this publicly, but it's only when I'm at the market and someone catches me and they're selling food stamps that I do choose to go. But other than that, I don't go to the market. I buy peace things. So I have these lovely women in my life, as you can see, who have cooked, and I get a lot of food, and I take the food with me, and they make it last. So, okay, saying all of that to say that you have this wonderful relationship with women. I'm guessing that, or that you have the ability to listen to women because you listen to your grandmother. You said your grandmother used to read to you. That says to me you were listening.
Man, you're smart.
You
That's
could
good.
read, right. So you have the ability to listen to women, and that is, excuse me, I'm speaking for some of us women. That is so lovely. We love that. So you have the ability to listen to women because that's what you remember. And when you said it, you can see the spark come in your eye.
I've never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is your grandmother still living?
No, she's been gone.
How long?
At least 15 years, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Let me see, it was 96, I think, when she passed away. So what's that? It's almost 20 years.
Are you married?
Yeah,
How long have you been married?
15.
So you got married. Bye, Al. So you got.
Bye, see you later.
Okay, I'm doing my talk show. We're gonna have to go because they're gonna be jealous and rush me out. But listen, your grandmother passed.
You riding with them?
No, I'm not worried about it. So your grandmother passes, and then you got married later on. So your wife never even had a chance to meet you. How about your mother? Is she still
Oh,
living?
yeah, mom.
Are you and your mother close?
Yeah, very close.
Okay.
I take care of her. She's like my child.
Your mother? Wow. How in that what regard? How?
Codependency. You know, when you're a single mother, sometimes there's a codependency that a mother has with her son and that a son has with a mother. And if you don't get away from each other, then you become like an old married couple. That's why I moved down here. And I've been down here for about 20 years.
Does your wife and your mother get along?
They get along. They have a reserved, mutual respect for each other.
That's usually how it is when a man is married to his mother.
Oh, no, not like that.
I know, but I'm just saying. But you do know that your mother probably oversteps. Do you think your mother may overstep her boundaries or mother you too much?
If I lived in the same town as she did, there's a possibility. But being that I live in a totally different state,
She can't.
she can't.
So you escaped her.
She's not really that
Ability
type of
to-
person anyway. But yeah,
What little bit she has, you escaped.
that's right.
You would use the word escape, or you just left.
No, I would use that.
Okay. But you know that makes a difference. Escape and just left.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's try to simplify this a little more and help you out. Let me say this. I think that you're a man that you've been married 15 years. Do you have kids? How old are your kids?
My daughter's 11 and my son is 9.
Okay.
Babies. What?
Are you happily married?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a wonderful thing. Maybe your wife could get to see this, and maybe you could say something to your wife because we like those things. Women like those things. What's your wife's name?
Sandy.
Come on, do this for Sandy and all the rest of the women. Real quick, shout out to Sandy.
Hey Sandy, thank you. I love you.
Thank you for what?
Being the woman that I need in my life.
What is that? She probably wants you to elaborate a little more.
A friend. You
Good.
know, lets me be me and a supporter, support me in my ideas.
You know, if Sandy was looking at you right now on this phone, tell us.
So thank you for supporting me and backing me up in my ideas and my things that I want to pursue in my life. That's important. You don't want somebody to say, oh no, I don't want to do that. You want somebody to support you. And I got that.
I didn't show you the other.
Wonderful.
The other side of that little dress thing with the.
And is Sandy aware that? So you have the ability to tell. You have the ability to talk to Sandy, like you and Sandy talk. It's wonderful. Sandy, great. You're so lucky. So, okay. Now, those were preliminary, and it would usually lead up to other things. But let's get back to the 5-year-old. Okay? But before we go to the 5-year-old, let me ask you this. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Purple.
Wait, what?
Here, you can sit right here.
Sandy. Hold on, Sandy. Okay.
Okay. Purple.
Purple? Why purple?
I don't know. You know, purple's my favorite color. Grape is my favorite flavor. And lilacs are my favorite flowers. So I don't know. And it's always been my favorite color. Ever since I was a kid.
Purple isn't my favorite color, but the name of my first salon was the Purple Peach.
Really?
Because purple is royalty and peaches represent women.
That's true.
Right. And
Royal women.
Leah in the Bible used to collect, I hope I'm not wrong. It's a lady named Leah in the Bible. One of my clients told me God has always graciously, and I happen to be a Christian. I love Jesus. See what he has done for me. And I remember her telling me read about the woman Leah, and I think Leah used to collect lilies or purple or something. But purple represents royalty. I didn't know whether you knew that or not.
I did hear that somewhere.
Yeah. In relationships to Christian, in the Christian faith, let me say that. It represents royalty. And you're very clear on purple. You know, you not only did you say that purple was your favorite color, you named grape as your favorite drink and lily as your favorite flower. So, you know, we believe you. We believe you. And you not only said what your favorite, you also expressed how it made you feel. You know, and it goes back to what I, as a makeshift psychiatrist, I'm not. This is just what I like to do. I like to psychic, you know, I like to analyze people. My friends say I overanalyze every situation I'm ever in, and I do, but listen, I'm 48 and I can't do a whole lot of changing now. So listen, with that being said, I'm listening to the man who used to listen to his grandmother, who knows about the Bible, because your grandmother taught you about the Bible, read the Bible to you. You have a feminine side of you that you're in touch with, because you like lilies.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll accept that.
But this 5-year-old, okay?
Wait a minute, who's 5-year-old?
The 5-year-old that was sitting listening to his grandmother read the Bible. Okay. That's one of your fondest memories of your childhood.
Absolutely.
Do you have any childhood memories that scare you? That you don't?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I had a very insulated, secure childhood. I have to really give it to my mom.
Okay.
She really kept me protected.
Okay.
Thank her for that. Often.
Okay.
So no, to answer your question.
So if your mother was watching you right here, and you could look in here and say, what would you say to your mother? What are you going to say to your mother?
Thank you, Mom. I tell her this all the time. Thank you for a secure, stable childhood. My kids still take a bath in the tub that I took a bath in when I was a kid. And that's stability. You know what I mean? They can go back and sleep in the room that I slept in. And that's how my childhood was. And that means a lot to
I wonder
me.
what that was like. I didn't have that at all. I often wonder. And then with that, I grew up, some cases, with many and vary, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a very dysfunctional upbringing. And with dysfunctionality, did I make a word up? With dysfunctionality, it's the gift that keeps giving. Meaning it's like a generational curse. It just, you know, my mother, I wouldn't say that my mother was the best mother she knew how to be. But I had my daughter when I was pregnant at 12. And most of the time I walked around with people thinking that I was this little girl that used to like to have sex. I had sex one time with this guy that I thought was cute. He got on top of me. And then before you know, I didn't know. In fact,